What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Football Capital, and we've got a little bit of a transfer review. Not much to review at Manchester United at the moment. We will just be speaking about Manchester United and all the drama that's happening at the club at the moment. I've got KG in the building. He's finally got his camera set up. You know, his mic is ready to go, and also Rami is back for another episode, boys. Happy New Year. I don't think we've spoken or jumped on a podcast since the New Year. So Happy New Year. Hope you guys had a good start to the year. I can't say that for myself, being hacked on my social media accounts. But yeah, I'm halfway there to getting all of them back. But anyway, how have you boys been?
Yeah, good, man. No complaints. I mean, looking forward to some more football with all the postponements and, you know, just in general football in Australia, just trying to, you know, get to some A-League games and at the same time, you know, preparing for the season ahead. You know, obviously Coach Rami would be heavily invested in preparations for his seasons coming up. But, yeah, it's been, you know, it's actually good to jump on a podcast. It's been a while. Yeah,
trying to get an A-League game in. It's been difficult, eh? Yeah, no games are going on. But Rami, how you been?
Yeah, good, man. Good. Like Kev said, keen to get football back in general, you know, obviously in our life in person to play, coach and all that. And obviously to get all these postponed games up to scratch, it feels like such a mess of a season. You know, obviously United decided, just feel like a mess. Like games are on or they're off. People making transfers on fantasy and then they're like, oh, now they're not playing. Like, so many boys we have a bit of banter about. But yeah, man, just here we go again. You know, obviously COVID's still in our lives, but we push on.
Yeah, we got to throw in some managers that are lying about positive COVID tests, you know, not mentioning any names, you know, but yeah, you know, trying to get any advantage, some managers. But look, boys, we're here to talk about Manchester United, lads. I mean, start of the season, it looked positive, you know, transfer window. We all wanted that DM at the start of the season, and I think we're all calling for that DM. Whether it was a Ruben Neves, and I think there was Wilfred Ndidi was linked at the time. Nothing serious at the start of the season, but we didn't even get a DM. We didn't even get a midfielder. We got Jadon Sancho, if you want to classify him as a midfielder. We got Rafael Varane, which we're screaming to get a world-class centre back. We ticked that one off the list, and obviously Cristiano Ronaldo. Whether that was a good signing for the team, to be honest, we didn't really need a striker, but we had to make that signing for him not to go to Manchester City. Let's all be honest. Boys, it is January now. January is almost over. I'm looking at the calendar, and there is no movement again at Manchester United. And if we're flying high on the table, you know, where City are 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 points clear, then all good. Don't make any signings, see how the rest of the season goes. But we're on, 32 points. City's on 56 points. We were meant to close the gap from last season. You know, we were second, they were first. We're meant to now this season close the gap. Oli has now gone. We got a new manager in, but it almost seems like pretty much the same in terms of performance-wise. And now to try, we're not even talking about the title. We're talking about just trying to sneak into the top 4, and we're still not making any signings. You know what? First of all, we'll start off with some of the players that are linked. Obviously, Haidara from RB Leipzig. Ralf Rangnick has worked closely with him and also with the club as well. Central midfielder, I'm not too sure. I haven't really watched him play. Don't know much about him. Haven't even done a YouTube scout. So I can't really tell you much about him besides the fact that he's a midfielder. Now, is he a defensive midfielder? Does he play in that role? Can he play in that role? And is he better than what we have already at the club? Boys, anything you can tell me about this player? Kev, throw it over to you, or Rami, jump in.
Don't know anything about him.
Nothing about him. You know, obviously news has come out, you know, that this is sort of who we're linked with, but don't really know much about him. I think it's going to be hard, Borch. It's going to be hard to make a signing I think because of all the noise that's coming out of the camp, I don't want to take away from the whole, bringing players in. We'll continue with that. But I think there's different issues that are going to stop us from getting players in. You know what I mean? Or the players that we want or the players that we might need at Manchester United. I think there's other underlying issues that are going to cause us not to get the players that we want, and whether or not I couldn't even tell you if we made a signing right now, regardless of who it is. I don't know if it's going to be the right signing, regardless of who we bring in. Like, unless it's a proven Premier League DM, I couldn't really any name you throw at me, I'd be like, don't know if it's going to work, because neither Ralph has convinced me, and neither has just the Man United playing group convinced me that this is the squad that wants to win, wants to, go for the title, wants to play Champions League, all that kind of stuff. So I'm sure we'll go into that. But this particular transfer, don't know anything about him. Rams?
Yeah, Ram, before you go, Rams, something that Kev just said there, and I want you to touch on it as well. We're linked with all these players, and it's United. If other players want contracts outside of Europe, their agents usually link them to United, whether it's that to get a bigger contract at their club or whatever it might be. But in terms of, and I was going to bring it up, but Kev actually said it just there, Premier League proven. That's one of the main things I kind of look at now. Is Haidara going to come in? And look, we never thought Bruno will come in and change United at the time like he did. We never thought he was going to come in and he was going to be the talisman to get us into the Champions League spots with his performances. And I don't think we expect any player coming in now that's going to single-handedly automatically make this kind of team gel. Would you take, I wouldn't say take the risk, but would you take this player knowing that Ralph has worked with him in the past, know what he's about, and he might be a missing link to his system, the way he wants United to play? Or do you think we should, it's January, so I don't think that splashing the cash would work, especially now, but should we throw the money out on a proven Premier League player, like, I don't know, Declan Rice? Do you give him the 100 mil and say, look, we're desperate? Do you go to somewhere like, I don't think Wilfred and Ndidi will come, but you splash the cash, 80 million there. You throw the 50 on Ruben Neves, someone like that's been in the Premier League? Or do we do you know what, let's trust the manager and bring in players that he knows?
Well, look, for starters, I don't necessarily think it's ever a very bad thing that we don't know who this player is. I mean, we've seen some of the greatest players come through, from clubs that we didn't even know about, or players that we haven't even heard of. They've come and broken the ranks, and they're the players that they are now. Yeah, these players have to start somewhere. These stars that we see like Kante and all of the above, they start somewhere like this. And if we can't trust Ralph's word, why is he there for 6 months? Why has he become interim? We have to let him. It's his vision. It's what he sees and what he believes is best for his, football, behaviors and his vision and all of the above. And we saw his interview before he joined United. We were over the moon the way he was speaking about football, his vision, his perspectives, the way he analyzes the game. So, look, I don't necessarily think it's a bad thing. My option, I'm going for someone like a Declan Rice and Neves. Problem being in January is the price. They're players that you sign in the off-season. It's not January. It's in between seasons. You don't go for especially a Premier League. You know how it is with Premier League clubs. They may sell Neves for 50 overseas in a different league, but United's 120. Do you know what I mean? So because it is their rivals and it's a different kind of aspect with transferring, I don't see us. I don't know. Declan Rice, I think, would be a very overpriced. But to get them,
I don't think you can get Declan Rami because they're playing for Champions League. You know what I mean? I don't think they're going to let him go.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, if Man United knocks on your door and you're playing for West Ham or whoever it may be, he comes. Believe it or not, he will. But I wouldn't do it anyway in January. It'd be overpriced. It'd be ridiculous. I think, guys, this whole talk about who we should sign, I think it's all, in a way, it feels like it's painful to always speak about who we're going to sign next, what's going on. We sign star after star after. Look at this in the last few years. Cavani, Bruno, Ronaldo, Sancho. Like, who else do you want? Varane, Champions League Varane. All these players that we bring in, and here we are, back to square one. Manager change, back to square one. And it kills me that we have to sit here and be like, which players do we need now? Like, we've got the players to be at least top 2, top 3 competing week in, week out. So we can bring in your most ideal defensive mid. And like Kev said, I just don't know. I don't have the confidence it's going to work or not.
Yeah,
and that's the biggest problem.
That's the thing, right?
And the first name that comes to me is Kante, for example, yeah? Put Kante in the squad, and as good as he is, I still don't think he would fix the team. Like, it's that deep in that there's something much further than that, because there's some toxicity in the locker room, clearly. As you can see, the Martial thing and Pogba.
You touched on Ralph. Like you said, Ralph, had his interview, described how he wanted to play. How are we going to solve this if we've got 11 players who don't want to play that style? I'm just throwing out a number 11. I'm not saying.
But this is the problem. The players think they're bigger than the club, and that's the biggest issue. At the end of the day, the coach says what he says.
Like, get rid of everybody. Like, how are we going to fix this?
This is one of the.
If you don't want to play our system, go. That's what it should be. End of story. It's his vision. It's a professional. It's Man United, one of the biggest, if not the biggest club in the world.
Yeah, and one of the things.
You don't argue, I don't want to play this system. You play the vision. How many players have played for managers that play Park the Bus? I don't want to play Park the Bus or a certain style, but they've won titles.
We're all hurting here. We're all hurting here. Like, I know we sort of spoke off there, but like, do we go again? Like, do we go another 6 months without anything? Like, it's painful. It's becoming really painful.
Yeah, look,
like, to be in this. Do we reinvest? Not reinvest, but restart.
It's just been such a mess in our mind. Like, the way we've seen it go back and forth. It's just, it's hard, bro. It's very hard. It is hard. It's tough.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like, we'll just quickly touch on like Declan Rice. Rami was saying there. Yes, it is overpriced, but what about if 120 million for an overpriced Declan Rice, which is really he's worth 50, 60 maybe, yeah? All right, it's in January, 70. It's in January, all right? Is Declan Rice gonna solve one of our biggest problems in that central defensive role, where we make the top 4 and get Champions League, which you recoup that money? You don't splash the cash, you don't get someone like him in, we possibly could be playing in the conference. Like, that's how bad at the moment this whole thing is. And like, I was the first.
2 DMs.
Well, do you know what? When you're like, this is the thing as well. Yeah, a lot of people like to jump at the 2 DMs because McFred are playing in a 4-2-2. They're the two players that are sitting the deepest. They're almost as a 8, as 2 8s, 2 10s, and then your 2 9s. That's the kind of system that the 4-2-2 does let you play. Now, go. You were gonna say something, Kev?
I was just gonna say, do you agree? Like, there's this one piece of play that we can constantly see United not struggle with, but like, whenever we go wide and the guys are on the touchline, we seem to run out of options. Right, I just think the style of play that we have, like, we get trapped. Like, if Delo gets the ball, if Tellez gets the ball, Wan-Bissaka, sure, they've got one pass and one pass only. And even when they make that pass, the next pass is going backwards, or it's or there's a lot of movement sideways between the back 4, or I don't know. It just feels like in the middle of the pitch for United, there's nobody. And I don't know whether the problem is because we're lacking another player that's a little bit more advanced and play 1 DM. I don't know. It's just an observation.
The thing is, for me, Kevin, you say it every single week, is we don't move the ball quick enough. And it's not, I don't think it's so much that we don't have the players out wide. If the low makes that overlapping run, it's we don't play the balls quick enough. He'll make that run, and then
we have players wide. I just think we don't have an option in the middle. I just think, like, you've seen Bruno, he drags, he comes out to the wings, and then all of a sudden it's like, hey, like, who are we going to give the ball to? We're trapped on this side of the field unless we go to the back line and they swing it across. So it's like, okay, well, if that's all we're going to do, it's very predictable. A lot of teams go straight through us, like with Fred and McTominay in the middle. I just think, I don't know if we're missing something where.
So, Kev, when you speak about that, when you speak about that, does that mean then, if you think about it properly, in regards to rumors, are you taking a Ruben Neves over like a Declan Rice, for example?
Yeah, look,
because the way you spoke about it, how Bruno drags out and you have play, I feel like
Haidara, if Haidara is a central defensive midfielder where he can just sit and cover them spaces, because we know Fred and McTominay, bro, first of all, Ralph talks about control. These players can't hold the ball for 2 seconds, right? So maybe
Fred's been shot.
Once we'll talk about the formations and all that, but let's more focus on these players like Rami was just saying there. Neves will hold that position. Yeah, we've seen him do it consistently. Wins the ball back, chases players down. Off the ball, he presses as well. But the main thing is he holds his position. I don't know if you guys realized against Villa, Fred was almost playing like a 10, sometimes even a 9. When he assisted that goal for Bruno, the second goal, he was so far up the field. If we lose the ball there, we're in trouble now because it's Matic against their midfielders, and then you had Coutinho there later on in the game. We're not going to cope. We can't cope, especially if Maguire's in the back line as well.
Legs. You know, Matic doesn't have the legs. Fred doesn't have the ball playing. I don't think McTominay's got the
IQ, football IQ. Any of it.
Yeah, football IQ. And he'll grow. Like I think like we've spoken about it before, he's a squad player. I don't know, with United, instead of controlling the middle of the park, we just go like this. You know, we just, when we get the ball, we just go like this. And I think when we try to move the ball from side to side, it has to go to the back line. Whereas I think if you have somebody in that holding midfield, they should be the person that gets the ball, not necessarily your Varans and your Lindelofs and Maguires. It should be that person that gets the ball a little bit further up in the pitch, already in the opposition half, to create something, to actually create a little bit of panic to the other team. And I just think whilst we go sideways a lot, I've got no complaints with the guys that are playing out wide, right? They're there to do a job, but it's about creating options for them other than going back and restarting. And it's not bad to restart. It's not bad to go back and restart. I just think we're very predictable in that case, because you saw on the weekend, Villa, there was 3 players pressing our back 4 all the time, like, because they knew that's where the ball was going to go. And we just don't have that person in the middle of the park that is that option to receive the ball confidently and continue the movement, because
but that's the problem. That's the problem, because any player can do that. That's how I coach the kids.
We've got the players to do that.
But that's why.
But all it takes is telling McTominay or Matic or Fred.
Yeah, but Rami,
you're sitting deep in front of the centre backs.
Yeah, but Rami, how many times?
That's what it should be.
It is that though. If you guys notice, pay attention in the next couple of games, right? Or if whatever, I don't know. You don't even bother. I'm going to say don't watch the replays, but there's no point. It's another headache. But a lot of the times, bro, Fred and McTominay, Matic do come in for them balls, but our fullbacks or De Gea doesn't trust them, so we bypass, we skip lines, and we play it into Bruno. When Pogba was there, let's try and get it to Pogba. We just skip the midfield.
I'm trying to say don't play it so deep. Like don't get the DM to go.
I know what you're saying. Exactly.
I'm trying to say further forward.
Did you guys notice? Did you guys know?
You know what, Kev, and you know what, like, and this is what we coach the kids as well. Same thing. That is not, and as you mentioned earlier, it's all about how quick when you move the ball and the speed of ball movement. That is underlying. I'll tell you now, undeniably, the main core thing if you want to switch the point of attack. So, like you said, yeah, we can have that higher option in the midfield, but if we're moving the ball slowly and touching it and then slowly, by the time we do that, the whole team shifted, covered, pressed, and we're fucked anyway, no matter what.
Getting past that advantage line, right? Like even if you're the centre back, you want to get that ball past that first line of defense as quick as possible, right? And then when you've got past that advantage line, you don't want to give them time to come back, because then they create an extra layer. So it's all about the speed of the ball. But I don't think the Freds, McTominay, even the Matic hasn't been bad. I don't want to over-criticize players, but I just don't think, I don't know whether it's a system, I don't know whether it's a formation. Because the one thing I will give credit to is the one thing I did notice on the weekend, Varane's balls to Tellers were always quick. Like the moment he got it was like one turn out, release the ball sort of thing. And I noticed that, and I'm like, okay, well, Tellers is getting a lot quicker up the field than Delo is. I don't know whether or not that was planned or whatever, or they're like, hey, we're going to target our left-hand side and get Elanga on the ball. Because Elanga, whilst young, made a few mistakes. He was quite positive when he was running with the ball. He was running at the defense.
Even without the ball,
I'm impressed. With
even without the ball, the runs he was making. To be honest, we look at Greenwood, we look at Rashford, play some of our young players who you expect to be like taking advice from players like Ronaldo and Cavani. It looks like the movement that Elanga was making, it was very Cavani-like. Okay, yeah, I made the run. I didn't get the ball. Let me come back onside and make another run. I even said to you, Kev, on the chat, I'm like, he's not getting involved in the game, but the runs he's making are perfect. And these are a lot of the things that you don't see from some of the other players. And look, I think we're kind of all on the same page. There's not a player or players that are going to come in January that's going to fix anything at the moment, because we can talk about.
Fix, man.
We can talk. Have anyone? Who would you get? If you could have anyone?
Oh,
to me, a realistic target. If Haidara is the guy that Ralph wants in, I'll back that decision. I haven't seen much of him or anything of him, but if he's the guy to come in and just secure that position, like you said, if he's got the intelligence to play the ball quick, Kev, hold that position where he's not going to get dragged out like Fred and McTominay, if he can keep the ball and make a 2-meter pass to our team, for starters, the basics for starters, because we can talk about tactics, we can talk about shape, we can talk about all the technical sides of football, but these guys can't even do the basics. Like, how many times are Fred's passing the ball out again? And it's like, this is the thing, and Rami mentioned that at the start about how many plays is it going to take. Bro, at the start of the season, like we were saying, we only needed a defensive midfielder and we're challenging. All of a sudden now, 6 months later, a full rebuild needs to be done. How the fuck has this happened that we now need a full rebuild? Players don't want to be here. Players don't want to play. They don't look interested. This guy's the problem. He's the cancer.
So you know what? If we're signing star after star and player after player and putting Ralph Rangnick there and sacking Oli, what's the solution?
Because, bro,
what is the solution?
One thing I got to say though, having an interim is going to cost us in the market for January. Not so much later.
Yeah, but Kev, I think at the moment we're lucky it's an interim, because if, let's just say, if it was Conte that was the target to be the full-time manager, and if Conte was saying, yeah, this at Spurs, this player's not good enough, that player's not good enough, we need players. So he's coming out direct. Yeah, but
he's getting results.
Yeah, but he's coming out and saying all these things. Imagine that at United. Oh, the fans will go. Yeah, but no. But I'm just saying. It's the fan base again will be like, here we go. One, we're not performing. He might be getting the results at Tottenham, but if the same situation, if Conte came in at United and it's the same things happening, can't play the shape, can't play the system, can't win games, can't get results, and the manager saying the players are not good enough, again, it's another whole full rebuild. The players are going to go at the manager saying, oh, why is he throwing the players under the bus? Then where it's Jose Mourinho all over again. It's toxic. It's this. With Radnick, at least the bad period's happening under him, where he's going to go upstairs anyways. So if he can fix something, if he can fix the mentality or the culture or something's that at the club at the moment that's wrong, if he can fix it, at least there's still going to be, it's not going to be like, all right, Conte, after 6 months, you're sacked because we need success now. Do you know what I'm saying? So I think...
I don't disagree with you. I'm just saying it's going to hurt us in the market now. I think it's going to hurt us in the market now, but we can't improve today.
Yeah, I get it. But at the start of the season, right? At the start of the season, when after the transfer window closed, we're looking at this team saying, bro, we're challenging. So I don't think it was ever in the mind of, can't wait to get to January. January, we already know that.
Oh, we all agreed we still needed a DM though.
Yeah.
Like that was one player that we all agreed, because that's the difference between us winning and losing. Yeah, but dropping points, not winning and losing, but
Kev's gone.
It's the difference between us dropping points.
Yeah, I get what you mean, but at the same time, it's like it's more than just a one player now. Because remember at the start of the season, we're like, we need a world-class centre back next to Harry Maguire. Champions League Varane, there you go. We need a right winger, Jadon Sancho. There you go. Oh, by the way, he's going to play on the right, on the left for some reason now. You know, and then we're like, Harry Maguire, we were all not complaining, but saying that we needed him in the Europa League final. We needed him in the Europa League final. Luke Shaw was Roberto Carlos in the Euros. Harry Maguire was fucking let's call a spade a spade. He killed it in the Euros. Harry Maguire was in the team of the tournament for the Euros. It's like the players come back to United and we're just space jammed. Talent's gone, no fucking clue, no idea. It's like we went from one player, DM, to a rebuild. And it's weird because it's like these guys, these players that we have, you can't, there's no system. What, 4-3-3? Say that again. What was that, Kev?
And De Gea changed his form around like magic. Like he was almost out.
Yeah, but can you David De Gea, is it funny that he's in form when the team is shit? Like when he didn't need to make a lot of saves and it was that one save that he kept stuffing up on, that's when he was poor season. Now it's like back when Van Gaal. It's like we're getting pumped in defense.
24/7.
Yeah,
he's already saved 10 times more than he does in a full season normally.
That's what I'm saying, bro. So I don't know. Even if we get a whole new squad, bro, these players, it's like you.
No,
it's just the basics we can't do right, bro.
You can sign every player that you want right now.
But it has to be something else. And like we go in. Like I was saying before we move on. Like I was saying, all these players were great. Now all of a sudden, Wan-Bissaka is rubbish. Luke Shaw, forget about him. Maguire needs to go. Needs to get stripped of captaincy.
I don't think these things. Bro.
You need to go online, bro, because this is the whole chat. The whole fan base is get these guys out. It's get Fred and McTominay, get him out. Ronaldo's the problem. Rashford is shit. Sell him. Like all these things, and you're like, bro, that's half the team gone. Everything. Like I understand the criticism that Rashford's getting at the moment, but let's not forget. Like I do agree that he needed to be dropped, and I don't think it's because yes, it is the performances, but I think it's more mental health sort of that way than it's just the bad performances and bad results. We threw him. He come back from injury. Second half against Leicester, scores the equaliser. Then our defence decide to shit themselves and cop a goal. And then look at the run when Rashford came back in. Liverpool, City, all these teams that were getting slapped up against. And now all of a sudden, Marcus Rashford, where are you? We need you. Stop feeding kids. Feed your football. Like, this is the fan base. We are Arsenal 2.0 in terms of fan base. We're the worst fan base if you look online. One player that... Bro, there's more. Marcus Rashford, he look...
Expectation, but you know what I mean? I'm not saying it's fair, but it's just that level of expectation.
Yeah, no, you're right, but you can't throw everything on Marcus Rashford. I do agree he needed to be dropped because there was something wrong there. There was something wrong. He needs to be dropped. But then look at this is what I'm saying with this fan base, right? It's like drop. All right, why is Harry Maguire should be dropped? On the weekend he was dropped. Luke Shaw, Wan-Bissaka dropped. They didn't play on the weekend. Ronaldo's the problem. Rashford's the problem. They didn't play on the weekend, and we still lost. McTominay. All right, dropped. Sorry, not playing. What I should have said. Yep. Not playing. Ronaldo's the problem. Didn't play.
I look at guys like Lingard. I look at guys like Donny and Sancho, and go, a couple of these guys have to start.
Sancho had an injury, so maybe that's why he was on the bench.
That's cool. Like, you know, understandable. But like, you know, you mentioned Fred, right? And look, I'm a fan of Fred. I actually like Fred, but I don't think he's not what's required right now.
Squad player, dude, bro. You're a squad player, bare minimum.
Put Donny in. I don't care what he's doing at training. If he can't prove it on the field, then we'll all jump on everyone's back and say, yeah, you know what? Ollie was right. Ralph's right. He can't cut it. Like, but fucking, that's what I'm worried about this whole
one thing.
The RB Leipzig guy. If you get him, you spend however much, he might be another Donny. Like, so why would we spend 50 odd million on Donny then? Just let him stay at Ajax. They weren't a threat to us. Let him stay there. What was the point? I don't understand. Marta's on wages, Lingard's on wages, Martial's on wages, Donny's on wages. We don't want to use these squad players. We don't want to use them at all. They don't even get a look in. So get rid of them. Get rid of
I think,
Absolutely.
I get what you mean. I agree with you.
It's not. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense at all. That
we got depth that we don't use.
But for me, I like that. There's the little like I love these Alangas playing, and I love seeing that because the youth is what always needs to be in the system. It always needs to be there regardless, and they're the ones that come on with a point to prove. They're hungry. They're there because they love the club. It's not about getting my paycheck. I'm going to go home. See you later. It's different when you have these youth players playing. Yeah, there's a lot of passion there. It comes from within. They need to prove themselves, and that's why Sancho does want to prove himself. And I don't know. Again, he was slightly. He did come back from an injury. That's why he did start on the bench. But it's good to give players like Alanga an opportunity. I agree. Donny does need to just prove himself. So once and for all, was he a waste of money and time, or is he not? Because 50 games. Congratulations. Yeah, the post went up today.
Embarrassing.
50 games.
Bro, embarrassing.
How embarrassing?
It's embarrassing.
Has he played 50 minutes? Has he played 50 minutes this season? How embarrassing is that?
Ozil. Remember that BT Sports report that we done?
Yeah, 11 minutes. Remember that?
And Ozil didn't play. This guy, 50 minutes,
50
didn't play.
games. Has he played a full hour of football?
But look, the thing is with Donny, right? And like, you must be not doing something at training to not even get a sniff.
Something. It's something.
You can't have three managers. When I say three managers, I mean Ollie, Carrick, and Ralph all come in and not give you a start. That's the most worrying thing. And it's like,
didn't this guy play a Champions League semi-final the year before he started with us? The year before he joined?
It doesn't matter.
No, 2019 was a semi-final.
I'm just saying.
He did.
Wasn't that the year before he signed with us?
No. Possibly.
2020, he joined us.
Possibly, yeah. A year after. Yeah, no, we signed him the season after.
Yeah,
he played the Champions League semi-final. He was one goal away. If it wasn't for Lucas Moura, he would have made the Champions League final.
Yeah, but do you know what? Right? Do you know what, Kev? Can I just say something? And this is definitely for another podcast. I believe, from what I can see, the Ajax, the players that come out of Ajax, it's not the same as back in the day, where these guys are world class academies and all this sort of stuff, which is they still breed good players. But let's look at that team that got picked apart and went all over Europe. De Ligt, he went to Juve. They don't rate him. Hardly starts. Ziyech.
You're going with this, Butch. I'm
saying, is it a thing? Is it yeah? Okay, but who gives a fuck? Fuck the Glazers. They can spend the money. They call themselves bankers. They can call themselves bankers, but if he's not good enough for the club, if he's not good enough for the manager,
get rid of him. He wanted to leave. Get rid of him.
He wanted to leave, but then when Newcastle came knocking, Donny declined the other day. So what do you want? You want to play?
This is not a last 2 weeks thing. This has been, he wasn't getting game time last year. If you want to leave, let him leave, bro.
Yeah, well, and this is the problem. This is the problem with the club, and this is the problem with upstairs. These players come in on huge wages, like Martial on 200 and something K a week. I don't think Lewandowski gets paid that much, and this guy he can't. Not only can he get a game, he's chosen behind Ronaldo now, Cavani, Rashford, Greenwood, Alanga. So he's sixth choice striker. And on the weekend, Rashford's not there, Ronaldo's not there, and whatever the rumors are, and we'll get into it towards the end about him didn't want to play or he doesn't want to play, he couldn't even get on the bench. So out of all these players are sick and injured and not here, and you still can't make the team. There has to be other problems, and Sevilla wanted to sign you, but you want these types of wages, bro. Who are you to get these paychecks? You guys are nobodies. Like, what have you done for you to earn that paycheck? And that comes from upstairs, Kev. Yeah, when you talk about we signed you for 50, and I'm not targeting you. I'm just saying the owners. You spent the 40 million on Donny. You spent you fucked it up when you signed Alexis Sanchez and put him on mega wages. And now everyone wants them paychecks because everyone's doing better than what Sanchez was doing. So all comes from upstairs. What have these players done?
I'm saying there's got to be more effort to get rid of this dead wood.
Well, this is the fear. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, but can I ask you something? Can I ask you something? Just a really broad, general question. Really quick. Like, what is, for example, Chelsea, Man City, Liverpool, Arsenal, West Ham? What are they doing differently that we're not doing? Because their squads aren't better than our squads. So what are they doing that we necessarily aren't doing. And if you put all those teams in a whole, I know Man City's a lot better than West Ham and Arsenal. Put them all together, including West Ham and Arsenal.
Go Kev.
They're not signing superstars. They're making superstars. They're creating superstars. And they've got look. Arguably, they've got two. Out of those three managers, two of them are top 2 in the world.
Yeah, I don't think it's that, bro. I think the owners care. City's owners do give a shit. Yes, they got money. Yes, they can splash the cash. But how do we make more money? How do we make more money? We win trophies. So yeah, no worries, bro. You want 40 million for this defender? Then this is how cutthroat they are, right? And this is how weak our board is. When you talk about Donny, let's get rid of him. Players are whinging and complaining that I'm not getting game time. When Leroy Sané was crying about not getting game time, yeah, off you go, bro. Cut price, 40 million. He was the best young player at the time. He got the award, best young player. He scored the goal the season before, who against Liverpool that clinched the league. To be honest, he clinched the league with that goal. Yeah, no worries, bro. Look, I got Mahrez here, I got Sterling, I got these players, bro. You can go. 40 million. See you later. No problem, because we're gonna bring in the correct players, the right players that we need. The board care. Liverpool's owners, I don't know how cluey they are about what's going on at their club, but the recruitment, they've got the right people in recruitment to bring these players in. And then you got the coaching staff to coach these guys how to fucking make a pass. Where at United, it's, are we playing, or is Tampa Bay playing? Because Tampa Bay now is in the finals or whatever they're playing there. And that's where their eyes are at. Do you think they give a shit about this transfer window?
We brought in Sancho, we brought in Ronaldo.
Because why? Because why? Because why? How many jerseys of Ronaldo did you buy, bro? This is on you.
I get it.
But this is why, bro. Yeah, but doesn't matter. This is we're feeding their pockets. This is what. Let's buy a superstar. Marketing. Everyone's gonna buy the shirt, and who gives a fuck if it works out or not? Paul Pogba.
If you go to anybody and you say here's Ronaldo, they're not gonna say no.
Of course, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying.
They're not bad signings.
Yeah, they're not. Yeah,
they're not.
Yeah, but I'm not saying that. These owners, first of all, don't even know what these guys achieved. Yeah, I don't think they even knew who Varane was. Let's be for real. Ronaldo, yeah, they knew because he was at the club before. But it's the whole structure above. These other clubs, West Ham care, bro. You can see that they care about the club. They get rid of players. Let's invest back into the club. Where even like Ram, you're saying they're bringing them up from some players come up from the youth. Our youth system is dead now. It's not like it used to be. Class of '92. Like we're struggling to get players through, bro. Before they're all knocking on the door. Like the facilities. Like look at Man City. Change facilities. Like everything around the club. Newcastle is going to do the same.
Youth players make it through the team, and then we send them out on loan and end up selling them straight away anyway.
Because they can't get in. There's no opportunity for them to come in. Because why?
But what about Arsenal? Like Arsenal has such drama, and now they're playing football. What are they doing different that United aren't doing?
I think with Arsenal, it's probably just clicking for him now. It's probably Arteta.
The players want to play. The players believe in the coaching system.
Okay, maybe. Yeah, that's right. That's a possible. One, there's less pressure. Kev's right.
Yeah, of course. There's always less pressure. Yeah.
Two, maybe they got rid of that bad apple in Aubameyang, stripped captaincy. Don't come anywhere near the dressing room, and now maybe everyone's kind of a bit more together. There's a bit more togetherness, and that's what we're seeing from Arsenal, and that's why the performances have been great. Here, I've got players, whether it's true or not, I've got our manager, yeah, which I personally don't think he should have said. He should have just maybe lied or just skipped the question. Oh, he didn't want to play, therefore he's not in the squad. Maybe he could have picked his words or worded it differently, and then Martial comes. What are we? Is this? Are we? Is this fucking? Like, are we in year 7? Oh, yeah, but he said this. No, but he said that. Bro, you're putting up statuses that you never, I'll never refuse to play for this club and for this shirt. Well, bro, when you're on the field, why aren't you playing when you're on the field? You're given opportunities.
Much refusing it while you're playing.
While you're playing, bro. You're not busting a gut. So it's like, just to finish off, sorry, Kev, just to finish off on that point, that's where I think the problems lie. It's not, it's more from upstairs and Rami. That's what I'm saying. All these clubs, you don't hear shit from fucking Like, bro, how the fuck do we know all our coaching staff? We knew when Ollie was here, McKenna, Phelan, Carrick, all these guys. Bro, we don't even know any of the other backroom staff at Chelsea, at all these guys. Everyone knows our backroom staff because we're fucking shambles. Everyone knows our CEO. Someone told me the CEO of fucking of Manchester City. Who's the CEO? Who's the CEO of all these other West Hams and all that, or Leicester? What are their names? We can't say anything because they're not doing shit. They're not in the spotlight. Ed Woodward, he doesn't know how to tie his own shoelaces, let alone run some sort of transfer or football club. There's so many problems in the board. Is he leaving? Isn't he leaving? Is he staying? Is he going? Ralph's here for a 2-year consultancy. What's that mean? What power does he have? What role does he have? We don't even know. They haven't even said that. This whole board, backroom staff, everyone is clueless, and that trickles down into the squad. Because then you got players. Yeah, so who's going to be the next manager? What's happening? Are we playing this system? Are we playing that system? I don't know what I'm doing, and everyone's fucking clueless, bro. That's our whole club in a pretty much a nutshell. So no matter what players we bring in, is anything going to change, bro? Is anything ever going to... And when is it going to change? Is it till these owners go or till these owners wake up? Or is it we just need another guy to come in? Ralph is a football director. I wanted him to come in as the DFO. Is he going to change it when he's up there? Because these players, they can say they don't want to play. But bro, you know these guys going upstairs... So you're not getting rid of him. You can't throw him under the bus like you did Ollie, Jose, and Van Gaal and be like, oh, next manager's coming in. This guy's upstairs. So you're gone anyway. You're gone. You're going to go anyways if you don't want to be here. So I don't know, bro. I don't know why everyone else is doing good. Then little old United, bro, we're still stuck in the mud, bro. CR7th, bro. CR7th. That's where we are, in that position.
We're lucky to be there.
But what do you think before we go? What's your take on this whole Martial thing? What's going on here? What's happening?
I think Ralph, like you just said, shouldn't be saying those words exactly in the press. But the way Martial thinks is, you know what? He said that in front of the whole world. They know about it. I'm going to post something the whole world's going to see in response to make sure everyone knows that I want to play. So I think the whole thing's a mess. It's just another distraction in the media world to just add on to United's. You know, like you said, they talk about Rashford's too much with the charity and the kids, and then Pogba, you know,
that's another, and him as well. That's another thing, yeah. Like poor Pogba.
Like it's just another distraction in the thing, and you want to add this little Ralph, cute bro, like. That's going to come. It's going to go. Martial leaves, stays, doesn't affect anyone's life. Cool, bro. Move on with the bigger picture and get down to the real problems. And that's the team and the football and all of the above, you know. Like, obviously, we don't need this extra, you know, drama and more attention on United. Ralph.
Yeah, but is it deflecting? Is all this deflecting away from the main problem, which is the owners? Like, you know what? Like Martial's not playing, and is he even is Ralph even picking the team? Do you guys think, or is there someone else pulling the strings? Because there was a German news article that came out saying Ralph feels like he's got one hand tied behind his back. Now, if that's true, if them reports,
and it's a picture of the cartoon, yeah.
Like if there's any reports of that being true, because let's be honest, has anything really changed from when Ralph has come in to Ollie in terms of performances? Not really. If you look at. If it's not, it's gone worse. And it's like we're all screaming, get Ollie out because tactically he's got no idea. Now you brought in one of the most tactical brains of football and they can't put two passes together. That's where for me it's the weirdest thing. And like Kev was saying before, Donny still can't get a game. Carrick didn't play him as well. So who's really picking the team? Is it Darren Fletcher? Is it Ed Woodward? Is it the Glazers? Are they saying play this player because, I don't know, marketing? Is it playing this player because of whatever reason it might be? That's what I don't get. How
there's no player in our team right now that's marketable. They're all
do you know what I'm saying? Play Ronaldo. Play Ronaldo because the spotlight's going to be on Ronaldo. If he scores, it's Sue and Ronaldo and all that, all the above. This is the thing. This is why is he even picking the team? Who's putting the lineup?
You need to clear out some of those fringe players, squad players who you're not going to use. Get rid of them, bank some money, and then go out, get a couple of fresh new faces. and go again. That's that. Whether who's in control, I don't know. I have no idea. But I personally think
that's the question. Who's in control? Not what's the plan. Who's in control?
Yeah, there was that meme the other day, and it was just a picture. It was a picture of the lineup walking out. It was the game Phil Jones came back, and he was jumping up in the air, and they're like, Tell me who's motivated in this squad to play this game.
Yeah.
Like it was obviously it was just a snapshot. Yeah. Like you don't know how they all walked out, but I think part of it is reality. Part of it is reality that players are tired.
He's jumping, trying to get a pick in.
Yeah, players are actually tired of the situation as much as we are because they don't have direction. They don't know what's going to happen. What's Ralph going to do at the end of the season?
Yeah, but shouldn't they? But Kev, shouldn't they at least put in a performance? Shouldn't they just worry about what's happening now? Because they come out, and this is what pisses me off the most about these players. Yeah, they come out when they sign for the club. I'm here to win trophies. I'm here to win trophies. I'm here to win trophies. Bro, win a game first. How about that? How about win a game? How about don't even win a game? How about win your own aerial duels or win your own battles first for starters? Win that. Then worry about winning a game and then winning trophies because all these players, we're here to win trophies. Bruno's here to win trophies. Sancho came to win trophies. Champions League, all here to win trophies. Poor Pogba, 6 years at this club. I seen the thing the other day. In injuries and suspensions, he's missed out 2 seasons of games.
2 seasons.
Plus, let's throw in the games.
Payment system, Butch.
Hey?
Old NPL payment system. If you win, you get this much. If you draw, you get this much.
And
if
bro,
you lose, you get nothing.
100%. I'm 100% with that because I believe you should not be on any more than 220, 230 if you're the best player, if you're putting out numbers, a week. Unless you've won the league. If you won the league for this club, then we talk about bonuses and all that sort of stuff and pay new contract, you get bonuses. I'm hearing rumors. I don't know. I don't think it's true because I don't think it was offered. Fabrizio Romano said the 500k to Pogba is fake news. But if that's the case, if the club is that stupid enough to offer 500k, we are done, bro. What has he done to earn that money? Might as well fucking lose all respect for the fans and go get Salah and give him that money because that's what he wants at Liverpool. Liverpool don't want to give him his whatever he's agreed on. Give him 600k a week. At least he's proven in the Prem. Poor Pogba. Poor Pogba's not for the Premier League. You flopped it. What have you done in the Prem? You're not a Premier League player. You couldn't do it. I
just can't believe him as a person and a player that loves the game, for example, or he so says, that is in it and he's still not old. I can't believe he's letting his career deteriorate by staying at United just to get a paycheck. But you're blessed enough to play at the level you're playing at. Go play at a different club.
Nobody else is going to pay him that money, Rams.
Yeah, but
but it just kills me.
Yeah,
like,
you don't want
to be playing at your best and be known in history books that you can be one of the best players.
2 seasons.
He has that potential to be.
He's won a World Cup.
Yeah, but this is the thing, bro. You could be winning La Liga after La Liga or whatever league you want. Go join PSG. Go join.
You know what he should have done?
Titles to your name.
He should have done. But even these players at United, if they're coming out like Martial, no, it's not me. I want to play. Okay, if that's the case, then show us when you do play that you want to play. Yeah, but bro, these players, I would love for Pogba to leave and then spill the beans and say, you know what? I love this club, but names, bro, name and shame. Ed Woodward did this. This guy did that. He did that. This manager was like this. Spill the beans. Yeah, Martial leaves. Spill the beans, bro. What do you got to lose then? Pogba should have left and then like 3 years ago and then spilled the beans. Yeah, say you love this. Because, bro, Ander Herrera loved this club and he was the only one in how long have we seen someone with so much passion for this club, even being on the bench, no worries. When we scored a goal, he was hugging the manager. Who was the manager at the time? Was it Mourinho or was it? Yeah, but towards the end, I remember running Mourinho on and he was hugging the manager. Yes, they won a game. Yeah, Mourinho. Now, these guys, you can't get a smile in their face, bro. And we got rid of Ander Herrera. Maybe bring him back on a free and maybe he can do the fucking DM role. How about that? Yeah, because none of these players. Wijnaldum, bro.
He's better than Fred.
He's better than Fred, but he played for Liverpool.
Oh, he's quality. He's a good player.
Might as well bring Salah. Can Salah play DM? Nah, they're all finished, bro. They're all washed, bro. Like, they can't do it in the French league. If you can't do it in the French league, Rabia had a chance there, bro. If you're not getting in the squad,
Then do it in the French league.
You know what? You know what kills me? Sometimes I feel like with United, I wish it was like a movie where it's like there's going to be a good ending. Don't worry, we're in a drama, and just class of '92 come together and they start talking to the team in the locker room, and then they start playing properly. You can't get out of here, and this new player comes in, bro, before you know the movie, and the good guys won, and I go to bed and I wake up. And
that's the social media team, bro. Manchester United social media team, bro. It's nostalgia FC. They're putting up great saves in the Champions League final. Fuck right off, bro. Announce new owners. You know, every post United post now, I'm writing announce new owners, announce new owners, announce new owners, because that's this club at the moment, bro. I don't know, bro. Sometimes you just want to plug in that controller.
Arsenal turned it around and they didn't change ownership.
Yeah, but okay, what have they turned around to? They've had a good performance. It's like, you know, when Everton and Leeds and Leicester and all these West Ham have a good run and they're the top of the table.
Right now.
Yeah, right now they're doing better, but where are you ending up? That's the whole thing. Where are you ending up?
It might take time, but clearly right now, like Arsenal are on a better path than where we thought we should be compared to where they thought they would end up.
Yeah,
it's still early days. I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying that you can just see the culture amongst the fans and the players. It's different.
Not really, because one loss, because when they got knocked out to Nottingham Forest, it was fuck. It's again the same thing. Arteta's 1 or 2 losses away from literally we're back where we were. We're back in 7th. We're rubbish. We need a new manager. That's Arsenal. Like you got to see where they are at the end of the season. Do you know what I mean? Teams can always go on a mad run.
I don't see the focus on the owners, is what I'm saying. Like a lot of what's happened more recently has been around Arteta, not so much the
Kroenkes. They cop it. Maybe it's a bit quieter.
It's as much as they were talking a year ago or 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Like every second conversation was Kroenke. Yeah. Now you don't hear that as much.
Maybe because Josh Kroenke comes out, so the son of the owners comes out and speaks. Every now and then he speaks. Maybe that's why the owners are maybe toned that a little bit, because, all right, there's a name to the face and we actually see you're not hiding away from all the problems. Is Edu the football director who comes out, he speaks as well. Whether they agree of what he says or not, he's putting himself out there, where our owners and our board, they hide away from everything, to be honest. We hardly ever see them. But boys, I don't know, man. I don't know, to be honest, like where this club is going at the moment, bro. Like does it get worse before it gets better? Because I remember me saying, this is when me and you did that Ollie out debate, Kev. Boy, when was that? 2019. I said I believe Ollie will build the team for the next manager. And this was Ollie's team, and I believe that this was the team for the next manager to come in. And it's crashed, and now we need another rebuild somehow, bro. With all these players, there's another rebuild.
Who's going to sit through another rebuild?
That's the thing.
Who's going to sit through another rebuild?
So sometimes, Rami, you wish it was all Rami wishes it was a dream. Like Rami wishes this was just a dream and shit. Sometimes I wish. You know them people that say, fuck football, it's for pussies rolling around. I wish sometimes I was one of them, that I watched Pokemon and that was my main focus. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, forget any sort of sport, because I'm thinking maybe I should just support tennis, and then there's drama with Djokovic, can't play. Fuck, now I have to go protest. You know, sometimes I just wish.
Or fall asleep after 20 minutes.
Yes, but maybe that's probably the best thing to go, bro. At least you get a nap in. Here we're waking up at fucking ridiculous hours. I don't know, bro. I don't know. Yeah. Where do we go, boy? I don't know.
But right now, so you talk about rebuild. Right now, if you're getting rid of players really quickly, which players we're getting rid of? Seriously. What list do you go through?
Are you talking about which ones you want to get rid of, or which ones do you think you
need to go?
Like,
which ones do you want to get rid of right now?
Sorry, that's what I'm trying to say. Do I want, or do I
want?
Because, for example, I don't want to get rid of Lingard, but I think he has to go because there's no use for him. You know what I mean? Like Lingard's...
Or we clear other players away, or we clear other players that don't want to be there, and you keep Lingard.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking the question. Like, if you think who needs to go?
Kev's gone. Kev's gone. But no, look.
Sorry.
Well, you sort yourself out. Only a couple of minutes left in the pod, guys. But bro, it's hard because I want Martial to stay. I want Pogba to stay. I want these players because of
I don't want Pogba to stay,
but bro,
no chance.
yeah, I get it. But you want him to stay. You want him to do well. You want the dream that we were sold. The dream that
his potential is stupid.
Forget about the potential. He hasn't shown one bit of it. But I'm just saying, the dream that was sold, I would rather that. Martial is one of the most talented players. Pogba, one of the most talented players. He's got technique. He's got all the... bro, in any sort of... Like, when it comes to football, the best ability is availability. Half these players can't... You're injured, you're suspended, you're out. What's the point? What's the use of you even being here? All these players. Like Phil Jones, why is he even at the club still? 120, 150K a week. He didn't play for 2 years. And when he did play, he wasn't even getting picked. And these are the things. That's upstairs. That's upstairs. 150K a week, bro. These guys.
Yeah, see,
and then how are you gonna get? But Kev, how are you gonna get rid of them, bro? Because they're not gonna go anywhere. They'd rather sit on the bench or sit wherever they want at home watching golf and collecting that 150K a week, because we're putting them on mega fucking wages when no one else can pay for them, and we can't clear them off our books unless you break contract and you release everyone and then pay them out, which you're still losing out. Do you keep
here's
it?
the list. Here's the list. Marta,
Kickback run.
Fred, Lingard, Donny, and Martial, and Eric Bailly.
Luke Shaw saved, Rami. Luke Shaw has been saved.
Yeah. No, you want that rotation, the left and right. You do want the rotation.
Should have got Lucas Digne, bro. Fuck me dead. We're sleeping on that one.
Honestly, I was thinking about that. I swear, because in attack, like he's not bad. Just defensively, he can be shown up.
Is that Shaw or Luca Dean?
Sorry, Dean. No,
Yeah.
Dean. I think Dean can go forward really well, but can get shown up a little bit in behind. But that's because he sort of goes, up and away.
Up and away.
But the only reason I was saying those names is because wages.
They don't play.
Hey?
They don't play enough. Like Borch said, availability. What's the point of wages? Like it kills me because you think Eric Bailly is probably better than Lindelof to me. Even though Lindelof's not been too bad this season, let's be honest, but when he's played, he's been decent. But I think, like, you look at Bailly's better. Who's more available? Lindelof. Bailly, see you later, go. That's what it should be. You're right. Phil Jones plays with passion. Cool, bro. Your passion in your living room for the last 2-3 years, bro. We don't need that. Go. Like, you can be as good as you are and as passionate, bro. You're not available. Why do we need you? Like, I'm surprised we still have Luke Shaw. He's been out of the game for how many years for us? He's overweight. He's injured. He's done this. He's done that. Now he's been decent. Now he's not decent. Now he's dropped.
We've got 4 fucking goalkeepers. We got 4 goalkeepers. Man. We only use 1. We got 4.
Man City can field 2 full teams and they're all available. Every one of them's available. Let's go. We're ready to play, bro. All of them. Are they getting paid more than United players? 90% of them aren't even getting paid more. 90% aren't even getting paid more. They are, at the moment, 24 points ahead of us. Are you serious? They can field 2 players, 2 full squads. Why? Because the players want to be there. Like Borch said, the owners care. It's just shambles. You can get rid of everyone and bring anyone you want in, bro. It's bigger. It's bigger. And it's scary, bro, where it's going to. I think it is going to get worse. To answer your question, Borch, it gets worse before it gets better. I'll tell you that now for sure. 100%. It gets worse.
Because just to add in before we wrap up, because adding to them players there that you had Kev there, right? Did you have Pogba? Did you say Pogba there?
I didn't say Pogba, no.
Well, Pogba's, that's it. He's free to talk to other clubs. Yeah. And for Man United to have a player on the books that the agent and he has come out and said, even Pogba, that he's going to make a decision at the end of the season. Bro, fuck off. Who's waiting on you? What have you done for us to be waiting on you? Yeah, you're not like Salah. Salah can, no worries, bro. You can take your time. You know, when it comes to Liverpool, Salah, take your time. Think about it. The contract's here. Sign it. Pogba wants to.
He's waiting on the club.
And he's waiting. Like Salah's waiting. But Pogba, he's poor Pogba. He's like, I'll make my decision for you guys at the end of the season. Who the fuck are you, bro? Get the fuck out. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. Then you got to add these players there too. Ronaldo, if we don't make Champions League, he's gone as well. Remember, Cavani, end of the season, gone as well. Add them 2 more players to the list. Pogba, Kev, 3 more players. No, we don't need a rebuild. We need something. We need a miracle, not a rebuild. We need a miracle after all these players go, bro. I don't know, cuz.
And we missed our chance to sign some good, decent players to secure Champions League.
Yeah, there you go.
We missed
bro.
our chance.
And now we sign players on the download like Amadou Diallo, and we're going to put him out on loan or sell him or whatever we're doing. I don't
understand.
50 million.
Yes,
You spent 40 million. Who? Diallo looked decent. Doesn't get played. 40 million. Palestri.
There you go.
Does anyone know who this Palestri kid is? What about Palestri? Remember he came in?
Yeah. Bro, the Uruguayan, yeah?
Yeah.
Uruguayan?
Yeah, him.
Yeah.
Wow.
Bro, like, we find these players, I go out on loan. Well, now, how about you stay and you help us, bro? How about you stay and you help us?
Like that young Medjbri,
Hannibal Medjbri,
the one they signed.
No, he was in the youth. He was in the youth for a while. He's been in the youth for a while.
That's right. He's from that's right. But like, you know what I mean? Like, you know what?
But he'll never get a chance, Rami. I'll tell you why. Because there's too much pressure to make top 4 that you can't trust the kids now. And that's how it's come for.
Right now, don't even worry about that. Right now, it's one small goal at a time. Let's start playing good football. You know what? To send the message out to all these big names, play all the youth players. Let these guys sit on the bench.
Like we did against PSG, and we got the fucking result. Like we did at PSG.
Bro. There you go.
We did
sit the whole youth on. Kids that want to play and prove themselves, that are hungry.
Tell them, Kev. Tell them, brother.
Prime Minister.
I've had enough. I swear to God. I'm honestly, trying to like it's
play all these youth that want to prove themselves, and all these cute big names can sit down.
They should, bro.
Put players like Lingard on that love playing and love being on the field. Put all these kids with him and let them all play, bro.
I feel sorry.
I swear to God, man.
Lingard, and I feel sorry for Donny. Don't feel sorry for Martial at all. Nothing at all. I don't see him having passion for the club, regardless of what he said on his fucking Instagram.
Bro, his wife has more fight about. He like shows a bit more fight on social media than Martial does on the field, bro. She's always out there. Ralph comes out and goes, "Oh, he's injured. Couple months or no, Ollie. It was Ollie." And then she comes out straight away. No, he's fit, ready to go. Fuck off, bro. Sit down, bro. Sit down, bro. These guys, we got like our team is full of fucking pussies, bro. Like they think they're the maddest cunts, biggest egos. But what have you done, bro? Who are you to complain and say, I need a start? Bro, when it was under Fergie, you didn't really have this. Okay, you had a few players that spat the dummy, but they had every right to, yeah? Ruud van Nistelrooy. He was one of the best goal scorers in the Premier League. Yeah, he was the guy. He was like, I'm the guy. Who the fuck is this? This next fucking Berbatov coming in taking my spot. Fuck this. I want to. I don't think he ever said he wanted to leave, but didn't get the argument with Fergie. He walked out, and he had every right to do what he did because every time he played for the club, he played for the fucking badge. We won 4-0. We won 4-0.
Football wasn't about money then. That's the difference.
But Rami, that's what I'm saying. It's not even about that, bro. It's about playing for the fucking club. We win 4-0.
The love of the game.
We win 4-0.
Beautiful game.
Yeah, we win 4-0. He's in the change room pissed off because he didn't score. These guys do not give a fuck. Martial wants to have a cry. Yeah. David Beckham. Yeah. Something goes on in the dressing room. It gets a bit toxic because of his on-field thing, Spice Girls and all that sort of stuff, right? But he had the right to spit his dummy out, Beckham, because why? Because no one was fucking whipping that ball in like him. No one was taking free kicks like him. No one was winning trophies and being a big part of winning trophies like he was. Any of them could have spat the dummy out and fucking walked right out of the club. Who the fuck are these guys that come, I want 200K a week, I want to play. What the fuck have you done to even be at this club? This is how far back these little kids coming and getting these paychecks and thinking now I deserve to start. Martial, what have you done, brother? Ballon d'Or in your contract clause. Where's that? Where's that gone? Fucking nothing, mate. Rubbish.
Yeah, but see what I mean? And even then they start bench and they have a sook. Bro, back then, Park Ji-sung, even Solskjaer himself, they started bench. They came in with impact because they love the game. They love the club. They wanted to prove something, like you said.
Bro, we had Teddy
best
Sheringham on the bench. We had fucking 4 strikers. We had 4 strikers.
For me, the best example is Park. Park came on with more passion than anyone, more hunger than anyone. He started bench every time. Never complained, never wins, never did a thing. And you know what?
Every single time.
You know what? To some extent, Jesse Lingard's on that caliber. To be honest with you, he starts bench. He comes on, doesn't have a sook, doesn't have a bitch, doesn't have a cry. He gets on with his role and he goes home. That's it. That's what you got to do. Fucking put on and get out. You know what I mean?
At the end of last year for West Ham. Are you trying to tell me he's not capable? Like how? How? Your team's not performing. Your team is not performing. This guy has shown what he can do in the Premier League, in the same league with players that weren't as good or, they're not superstars in a team, and he fucking carried them during that period. Lingardinho, everyone was saying. So how does this guy sit there on the bench like this every week? Sits there and just watches. Bro, get the fuck up, get him up and put him in the team and say, hey, bro, whether it's Bruno, Greenwood, whoever, sit the fuck down, or Fred, sit the fuck down. We're going to play with 1 DM this week. And if it fucks up, it fucks up. But you got to go. You got to give it a shot. This cunt's sitting there doing nothing.
Give it a shot. Oh, we have waited.
Anyway, man.
Donny. Yeah, look, bro, look. It's bro, all we can do, boys, is just laugh, bro. All we can do is laugh. I know it's hard. We're not going to buy anyone. There's no point of doing a fucking transfer video, but we done one. But nothing's going to change at this club at the moment. We'll see how we go. We're going to lose to Brentford in the next couple of days. Then we got West Ham. And then here we go, West Ham. We're going to lose to them. And then, I don't know, bro. Maybe we're the ones fighting relegation, bro. That's why we got Dean Henderson. I tell you, that fucking relegation battling experience. Yeah, but look, boys, thanks for jumping on, bro. It's been a long one. I know we have to get a few things off our chest. But it's one of them when it comes to Man United. Kev, KG. D Diary, bro. Big therapy sessions. KG, thanks for joining, Rami. Welcome back for the season 2022, bro. Back in the shit for another year. We kind of get postponed. It was a null and void. Can we put in a null and void request? Well, the Premier League is cancelling games for fun. So maybe if we put a null and void, maybe they'll approve it, bro. Who knows? Who knows? But guys, let us know what you think about this shambolic of a club. Let us know your thoughts. Is Man United going to sign anyone? Do they need anyone? Is it a rebuild, or is it just 1 or 2 players that are going to fix this team? And we haven't even spoken about which manager wants to come in after looking at what's going on.
Don't even
start there. But boys, once again, thanks for joining everyone else. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, all the good stuff, and we'll see you on the other end, maybe. See you, lads.